What's up? This is Tracy Lee, and I'm hanging out in studio with Ryan Bader and Aaron Simpson after their radio show today. How long have you guys been doing this radio show now?
Oh, it feels like we've been doing it for 5 years, but how long?
A year and a half, maybe? Yeah. A little over a year.
Year and a half, and it's every Saturday?
Every Saturday. So we'll go, it's good. We have different people in camp, and you get to kind of listen to what's going on as far as, with me or Simpson, and we've had everybody and anybody on the show as far as fighters. Obviously, we have a connection with all of our ASU guys, and this is an Arizona-based show. So we have, Cain Velasquez, all of us on here, all the guys from the different gyms. Yeah, Ben Henderson, AZ Combat guys, the lab guys. So it's a good little deal for us to promote Arizona MMA and really just talk about MMA and anything else we feel that needs to get out.
That's great. It's really cool to see when fighters are doing something outside of MMA. So with this radio show, where do you see it going? Do you potentially see something coming of this or moving on to TV? Or, what do you see?
Well, right. So it's KTAR 620 AM here in Arizona, which is a huge sports talk radio station, the largest and has been for years in the Valley. So, it's big for us to have the first mixed martial arts show on a local radio station. So, we're hoping just that alone really helps us learn kind of what we're doing and gives us a voice a little bit. And we're able to cover, like Bader said, a lot of Arizona fighting, but we cover a lot of just UFC, Bellator stuff in general. And action movies, really. And action movies. But
Really? You talk about action movies?
No, we're moving on to action movies after radio. We got a couple offers already, no big deal. It's like a duo. It's like Batman and Robin, kind of, but it's a...
Who's Batman and who's Robin?
I'm Batman.
Characters, but...
Well, I'm
more of the Batman, he's more of the Robin.
No.
You like the rich playboy, is that the deal?
Yeah, and just he's more of the sidekick.
So, yeah, and we're actually even throwing our own little amateur fight and getting into that kind of business in December. So we're going to start off doing that. We've thrown a boxing fight at a gym at Power and went really, really well and it was successful. And so we're looking to continue to do that and give the fighters that are those amateur fighters a place to fight and do so in like a safe environment where they feel good about coming and knowing that we're behind it. And
with the amateur fights, so how does the commission work? In California, they have like a kind of separate governing body that handles a lot of the amateur fighters. So
yeah, from what we understand, we have our boxing commission. It's really only for pro MMA. So it's outside of that, as long as if it's an amateur fight, no one's being paid, and you're still kind of abiding by some rules. I really don't think the commission has to oversee it. Now we're gonna make sure that we do our homework on that because none of us are licensed to throw a professional fight. But it's in our facility. It's gonna be just more amateur like, and it'll be a cool thing for us here in December.
Saying about being safe and having them know that when they come to our event, everything's going to be ran like a professional event. They're going to be safe. Everybody's going to have the same gloves.
All testing.
Yeah, all that. All the stuff across the board. So it's kind of like just a little sparring, gym sparring, but it gives those amateurs coming up that don't really have any fights and a safe place to do it and kind of get into that. I'm going fighting a different guy outside the gym, and this is a big deal. And a lot of people are looking to do that, not necessarily jump into pro or do it as a career. They just want to be able to get in there, say they did it, or some of them do want to eventually, get into pro status and be the best they can be. But
well, you never know. I shot you guys from way before UFC and before the fights that you guys are doing now. So you never know where these guys are going to go. Yeah. That being said, if you are an amateur fighter, how would you contact you guys about getting on the show?
I would just call Power MMA and Fitness or visit the website. And
shameless plug.
There we go.
Our Facebook. We have a Facebook. You can get a hold of us on our Facebook side.
Another shameless plug.
Power MMA.
Simpson's mobile at
hit me up on Twitter, Aaron Simpson.
Anything? What's coming up next for you?
I have Anthony Peroche in Australia, December 7th.
I'm going to try and go to that.
In Brisbane, so it'll be good. You've been to Australia before many times.
Been, yeah.
And then, so it'll be my third time down there, actually. Second time fighting, and looking forward to the fight. Wanted one right away after the last one, and got my wish. And so going back into training camp pretty soon.
Great. And what about you?
Just coaching. We've got a lot of guys at our gym that are at fights. Had a big one last night with LaRue Burley, and we've got Jade Porter and Kiko France fighting on World Series down in Miami. And before that, CB took a fight. CB Dalloway's got a fight that we're cornering here in about 4 weeks. And Ryan Jimmo's training out of our gym, so he's going overseas for his fight. Of course, Bader's fight coming up. So yeah, we're busy through the end of the year.
So no fights scheduled for you though.
No, I think I may be done fighting. I don't know. We'll see.
Wow, really?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get punched anymore.
That might have been the retirement announcement, right? Maybe.
Maybe. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Maybe, I don't know.
By the end of the year.
Depends on the check being written, right?
There you go. Exactly. It's got to be the right fight.
Well, great. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Anytime.
It's been awesome. It's so great to see you. This is Tracy Lee with Ryan Bader and Aaron Simpson for Combatlifestyle.com.